Welcome to Dara Headlines. I'm Helen Liao. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the show today, the Sutra performances put on by teachers and students at Tzu Chi's education mission in Hualien came to a perfect end on March 30th. 213 Tzu Chi volunteers and trainee volunteers from South China arrived in Taiwan to gain a better understanding of Tzu Chi's environmental concepts. And we meet 28-year-old pastry chef Zheng Yijia, who, in spite of his hearing impairment, continues to pursue his dreams. In the first segment of our show today, we look at the sign language performances held over last weekend, March 30th, in Hualien, Taiwan, where 1,600 teachers and students at Tzu Chi's education mission came together to put on a musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents. The three performances on the day inspired both the performers and their audience alike of the importance of cherishing filial piety.
As loud as roaring thunder, 48 students from Tzu Chi Senior High School are putting on a sign language performance of Vow in Action, which depicts Master Jianzhen's journey to the East to spread Buddhism.
I learned the spirit of diligence and not to give up halfway.
This is a group performance, so I gained a lot from each practice. I learned how to be humble and that the beauty of all begins with each individual.
It is said education must be taught at a young age for it to take root. United in efforts, teachers and students of Tzu Chi's education mission in Hualien put on 3 sessions of the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents as a way to spread the message of filial piety. Many parents and children took part in the performance together, and the positive changes were obvious to see.
Mothers go through a lot of pain during pregnancy, so thank you for giving birth to me, Mom.
Sometimes when I check his homework, he will tell me to eat first or fill our bowl and plates with rice and vegetable. This is one big change that the musical has brought our family.
Through the musical, students not only learn of their filial duties, but gain wisdom that will benefit them for a lifetime.
人生的教育呀，总是呢不离开在人群中，教育呢也不离开在学生的周围，那样的整体美，很完整的把父母恩重难报经，在呢都这样展示出来。
The sign language musical of the Buddhist scriptures is aimed at passing on the message of filial piety and doing good deeds, as well as inspiring performers and audience members alike to practice these ideals in their daily lives.
The second session of the musical rendition of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents, performed last weekend at the Hualien Jingsi Hall, was open to members of the public in the region. Among the attendees, Hualien County Mayor Fu Kunqi and his parents, as well as Lin Ciling, the Deputy Minister of Taiwan's Ministry of Interior.
Here at the Hualien Jingsi Hall, the musical rendition of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents is raising awareness on the importance of filial piety. Members of the public filled the 1,200 seats inside the hall, including Hualien County Mayor Fu Kunqi and his parents.
Our parents' love is immeasurable, and our society as a whole need to rekindle these traditional slides of culture and ethic values. We hope to spread this message forward.
Tzu Chi volunteers not only hope that the traditional value will take root in children's hearts, but also work with the local governments to promote the message to members of the public.
This year, we are working with the Tzu Chi Charity Mission Foundation in an event to promote filial piety, which we hope to inspire all members of the public. Using the body given to us by our parents to contribute to our society and country is also an act of filial piety and great love.
Partnering with the Ministry of Interior, Tzu Chi Foundation will later deliver the recorded performance of the musical to schools around the island to inspire the hearts of many more.
The final session of the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents, like the previous two performances, took local residents in Hualien by storm. The musical, with a combination of sign language, drama, songs, and video clips, wasn't just a show of any kind, but one with Tzu Chi's humanitarian spirit and the message of filial piety and gratitude.
Putting on the sign language performance are the students of Tzu Chi's education mission in Hualien. At the third session of the performance, local residents were invited to learn the value of filial piety. Using sign language, a rousing musical score, and multimedia technology, the performance demonstrated the importance of filial duties and moved many audience members to tears.
The message of filial piety in this performance was done in a way that was well received and inspiring. Every individual should fulfill their duty to their parents. Our children will be gradually influenced for the better if society is immersed in such a positive atmosphere. Seeing these young students' dedication to the performance is really inspiring. They all seem to have recognized the value of filial piety from the bottom of their hearts.
Realizing the level of a parent's devotion to his or her own children, many audience members decided it was time to take action on filial piety.
We were all raised by our parents. The musical conveys a message that we all have a duty to reciprocate our parents' love. When we are away from our parents, we should call them every day so that they won't worry about us.
Taking about 241 teachers and students of Tzu Chi's education mission in Hualien expressed their gratitude to the audience members for their attendance and hope that the performance has motivated more people to fulfill their filial duties.
The sign language musical of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents, which successfully concluded last weekend, saw a majority of the teachers and students at Tzu Chi's education mission in Hualien take part, as members of the cast Ran Shaowen and Ling Shenghan, both students at the Tzu Chi College of Technology, became determined to improve their behavior or learn to look to their parents with an appreciative heart.
Failing to meet his father's expectations and angrily handing over his report card is Ran Shaowen, who is playing the role of a rebellious son. Since taking part in the Sutra performance, Shaowen has found ways to improve on himself.
I think if conflicts arise in future, we should try to shift our mindset and communicate in a proper manner with our parents. We should avoid being disobedient to them.
Another cast member, Ling Shenghan, says that he would never have come to understand his mother's unconditional love had he not taken part in the Sutra performance.
A lot of the times, all we need to do is change our mindset or communicate with our parents with an appreciative heart. No matter what, we should be filial to our parents.
A well-known Chinese proverb says, "We will never know the love of our parents till we become parents ourselves." And the sign language musical not only inspired the students which took part, but staff members as well.
I keep reminding myself that family ties are hard to break and impossible to end, so we need to cherish each opportunity to be filial and grateful to our parents. Spreading great love to others is the best way to repay our parents. Through this performance, we hope to spread Master Zheng Yan's Dharma and convey the unconditional love of all parents to members of society.
As each of the scenes play out before their eyes, members of the cast come to realize that they are portraying none other than themselves, as each reflects within and makes a vow to put filial piety into action.
the end of March, 213 Tzu Chi volunteers and trainee volunteers from South China arrived in Taiwan to attend a volunteer training seminar. This time, the classes focused on environmentalism. Therefore, volunteers also visited the Nehu recycling station to gain a better understanding on how to store recyclables. At the Tzu Chi Banqiao grounds, despite the poor weather, Taiwan Tzu Chi volunteers are waiting in the rain with umbrellas as they happily welcome more than 200 Southern China volunteers.
We need to keep the blessings given to us by the Master and influence those around us.
Upon their arrival to Taiwan, these Southern China volunteers quickly learned about Tzu Chi's etiquette. The next morning, they get up early to chant the Lotus Sutra. A volunteer says that it is their mission to return home with more knowledge about Tzu Chi.
After returning home, we will hold an event on environmentalism, and some 700 employees from my company will join.
We have a problem. What color is this? It is blue, not white.
At its Tzu Chi recycling station in Nehu district, before getting some hands-on experience, Tzu Chi volunteers teach their counterparts from China on how to store recyclables.
How come we have a number 2 bottle and a number 4 bottle? Number 2 bottle is dense and number 4 bottle is less so.
The volunteers gave us a mission, and that is to learn about Tzu Chi's environmental concepts and how to put these concepts into practice. For example, how to sort recyclables.
This is Changsha City volunteer Ling Xiaoping, who says that she now understands the importance of conserving electricity. Thanks to Taiwan's Tzu Chi volunteers, these Southern China volunteers have realized the importance of cherishing resources and are ready to spread this newfound belief when they return home. On March 24th, Tzu Chings from Zhunan, Taiwan headed with Tzu Chi volunteers to visit nearby care recipients. During their visit, Tzu Ching saw firsthand what it means to live in poverty and the trials that every day brings for the elderly and sick. At the end of the day, Tzu Chings went home wiser, more compassionate, and more grateful for the blessings they have in their lives.
Here in Taiwan, Tzu Chings listened to a volunteer explain the schedule for the day before setting off to see their first care recipient, a senior whose children have all passed away and now lives alone.
Now she no longer puts leftover vegetables on the floor, but will use a bucket to contain them. She has improved a lot.
We're not like them, without family, without food to eat, or a roof over our head.
Knowing Tzu Chi volunteers will be visiting today, the senior has been waiting since morning. Due to a fever when young, the elderly suffers from mental disabilities and lives in this dilapidated housing. However, her life has improved since volunteers started visiting.
Thanks to the care of Tzu Chi volunteers, she has learned to take care of herself, like brushing her teeth and showering independently. She can even wash her own clothes now.
Seeing the suffering life can bring, these Tzu Chings have learned to cherish their own blessings, and those who have received help in the past find themselves even more grateful.
My family has also relied on people's help in the past. So now I am working as hard as I can and taking up part-time work to change my life for the better.
Volunteers also take the chance to give the senior a bath and a haircut. Overall, it was a day in which the elderly and the needy found love and the young found wisdom.
In our next report, we meet 28-year-old Zheng Yijia, a deaf pastry chef. Over the course of his life, Zheng has encountered many setbacks as a result of his disability. But with his parents by his side, Zheng still managed to open his own bakery and won many awards both at home and abroad. Today, Zheng continues to pursue his dream of providing career opportunity in his bakery to those sharing the same faith as him.
Piping bag in hand, concentrating on decorating, this pastry chef is putting the finishing touches on what looks to be an Angry Bird cake. Zhen Yijia is the only severely hearing impaired pastry chef in Taiwan. With his hearing taken away from him, Zhen was instead given a pair of skillful hands, and this simple baking studio is his little piece of heaven. However, when he first started on this path, it was purely because his parents wanted to give him a means to make ends meet.
He's unable to hear, so he doesn't have much of a choice in careers. In the beginning, he and I had a mutual agreement that he learn a skill so he could take care of himself. It was all we wanted for him.
Expertly mixing the ingredients together, Zhen is concentrating on making the perfect dessert. Perhaps it is because he is unable to hear the outside world, as his concentration never wavers.
My child has an endurance and perseverance that is unlike other people's. He is able to withstand the conditions of a hot kitchen and the long hours it takes. Sometimes he works up to 18 hours. His endurance level really is better than others.
The oven's timer's chime is lost on Zhen's ears. However, with a specifically designed green flashing light, he is able to see exactly when his cupcakes are done.
This one is President Ma's signature. This one is the Vice President's.
The pictures on the wall are a testament to Zhen's hard work. But despite all his accomplishments, hearing careless words from passers-by still hurts Zhen's mother.
They will say, "Oh, he's deaf-mute," and hearing that I get sad and angry. But in reality, it's true, I guess. He said no matter what I need, my parents will think of a way to achieve it for me.
In order to help others like him, Zhen not only hires hearing-impaired workers in his bakery studio, but also has opened up his own brick-and-mortar bakery. With the help of Zhen's old alma mater, Zhen has opened up a bakery inside the National Taiwan Normal University campus. The storefront isn't large, but the interior is filled with Zhen's warm personality. Besides spending time in the bakery and his store, Zhen now has another focus in his life. These photos were all taken during Zhen's hiking trip across Taiwan. Just like his passion for baking, Zhen does not feel bound by his disability during his pursuit of that which he loves. In his soundless world, the Cake Prince lives his life to the fullest.
Next, we meet Guanshan Tzu Chi Hospital nurse Sun Meiqi, who is always bringing warmth and happiness to seniors around her. Meiqi's father passed away from cancer, and the tragedy made her realize the importance of cherishing every moment with the elderly. Furthermore, in spite of her long working hours, Sun insists on cooking dinner each night for her grandmother-in-law as a way to show her love and care. Treating her elderly patients with kindness, this is Guanshan Tzu Chi Hospital nurse Sun Meiqi, who takes care of bedridden patients on a regular basis while providing comfort to their family members.
When Ms. Sun visits my mother-in-law, she also provides us comfort. I am very happy whenever she comes for a visit because she will be here to take care of my mother-in-law.
Sun Meiqi's father passed away from cancer, and the tragedy taught her to cherish every moment she can spend with her elderly patients.
When I am treating my patient, the interactions between us makes me feel as if we have known each other for a long time.
Every day, Meiqi will conduct house calls to check on the health of her patients. After finishing her tasks, if it is not too late, she will always visit her grandmother-in-law.
妈妈，你要去哪里？
去玩吗？
去玩了。
还带酒？阿妈这样带酒出去好吗？
Sun worries about her grandmother-in-law's health because the senior once had to be hospitalized after a fall. Every day after work, Mei-Qi will cook dinner and enjoy a meal with the senior.
Mei-Qi knows how to interact with seniors, and she is very good at caring for them. She doesn't talk much at work, but she does a lot of things.
Sun Mei-Qi doesn't talk much, but her deep love for the seniors can be seen through her gestures.
没去照顾啊。
怎么照顾？
刚变啊什么啦，大。
伊对你敢有好？
好，该好。
安怎好咧？
Quietly eating dinner with her grandmother-in-law, despite the lack of conversation, Mei-Qi tells us that she is very concerned about the senior's health.
It is very dangerous if a senior falls because most of them won't be able to walk after that, and probably will be bedridden for the rest of their lives. It is very lucky that she can still walk.
Seeing all the seniors in her life content and in good health is for Sun Mei-Qi the greatest happiness of life. Moving to Malaysia, we meet a husband and wife pair at Tzu Chi volunteers Chen Wei-ping and Ling Mei-lian. The couple has been caring for Yu Guang since he was diagnosed with cancer. As we worried that no one would be able to care for his children, he insisted on staying at home, which worsened his condition. Luckily, Chen and his wife showed up in time and took the family under their wing. This is cancer patient Yu Guang, who, in spite of needing hospital care, insisted on staying at home, worrying that no one would be able to care for his children. Luckily, Tzu Chi volunteer Chen Wei-ping reached out with a helping hand.
When I took him to the Malacca hospital for the first time, he didn't want to go because he was very worried about his children as there was no one that could care for them. I told him not to worry and that we would help him.
Every day, Chen Wei-ping's wife, Ling Mei-lian, will cook lunch for Yu's two sons and treats them just like her own children. Furthermore, Ling also cares for Yu's older sister, who suffers from depression.
When a person is in need, we need to provide them with love and care. We need to care for Yu Guang because if he feels at ease, we can encourage him to get more treatment. And when he recovers from sickness, he will be able to care for his children better.
Thanks to this husband and wife pair of Tzu Chi volunteers, Yu Guang is now more at ease and is ready to win the battle against his cancer. We go back to Taiwan at the end of the show. Penghu Tzu Chi volunteers recently arrived at the local nursing home to care for the senior residents there. To lighten up the atmosphere, the volunteers thoughtfully prepared dance performances and sing-along songs. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for watching Dai Headlines. Goodbye.